What's going on, esports fans? Welcome back to another edition of ESHQ's Top Players of the Week. What's up? What's up? Oh, hey, it's Derek. Yes, it is. Welcome back. I'm joined by my good buddy NazCab, as we do, bringing you the top players from the Overwatch League of the week. And folks, the stage has been set and it's been complete. Stage 1 is complete, and we're here, actually, to give you an actual list, a top 10 list of the top 10 players of the entire Stage 1. So we're going to go ahead and get that started. Starting off at number 10, we're going to be talking about ShadowBurn. Now, of course, he is from the Philadelphia Fusion, a team we didn't see anything at all from in the preseason, so they were going in, they were a team of mystery, and they ultimately ended up being around middle of the table. Of course, on one of their high notes being when they took out my favorite team. We won't discuss that. But ShadowBurn was a key player in leading them to some pretty key victories. Whether it be Genji, Pharah, I mean, he's a brutal competitor. The king of the opening kill. I mean, just a standout performer, and it's why he made number 10 on our list for a closer look, rather. Let's go to my good buddy NazCab.
ShadowBurn, the Philadelphia Fusion, while being one of the best Genjis, racking up 366 kills alone during Stage 1, was able to flex to characters like Junkrat and Pharah, and even McCree or Soldier if his team needed it. And that's why ShadowBurn takes our top 10 spot for top 10 DPS of Stage 1.
Let's jump to number 9. Now, we were talking about Genjis and Pharahs with ShadowBurn, but for number 9, let's talk about someone that may be the best Genji in the league, and that is Dream Casper, all the way from Boston Uprising. I mean, talk about a breakout star as far as Stage 1 went. The guy is amazing. I'm a little jealous he's not on my team, all right? He's consistently, and that's the thing with this list, is the people on this list are super consistent. You want to talk consistency, look no further, all right? But for a closer look at the Uprising's Dream Casper, our number 9 pick, let's go back to NazCab.
Dream Casper, the Boston Uprising, takes our 9th spot as the other top Genji of the league, and while not racking up as many kills as ShadowBurn, only taking 253 kills total, he also is able to flex 10 different characters, 11 if you count Mei, but we don't count Mei, she's not a real character. He also averages about 60 kills per game, so pretty consistent play overall. And that is why he's an easy choice for number 9 of our top 10 DPS players of Stage 1.
Now let's look at number 8. Number 8 is from Philadelphia Fusion as well. It's our good buddy Carpe. Now, Carpe, again, is a pretty standout player. I can't say that enough about most of the competitors on this list. Now, especially as a tracer, Carpe boasts an insane kill-death ratio, which our good buddy NazCab will go into a little more analytical detail about. And not only that, but Carpe is a super clinical player as well. A key person to have on your side. And I teased it a little bit earlier, but let's get right into it. An analytical look from my good buddy NazCab.
Carpe of the Philadelphia Fusion, well, not really a flex player, mostly just a tracer main. He had to make it onto this list. Easily racking up 80 kills in certain matches. Total of 600 kills overall. And generally just dominating the opposition. Makes him our 8th spot for top 10 DPS of Stage 1.
Coming in at number 7, someone that has appeared on our lists, I would say, pretty frequently. Down in Houston on the Outlaws, Linkser. You can't have a top 10 list for Stage 1 of the Overwatch League without including Linkser. I mean, personally, can't wait. I can't wait to see more from this guy. I mean, whether it be someone like a McCree, whether it be a Widow, he's one of the best Widows. We were talking earlier about who may be the best Genji. Linkser may be the best Widow in the league. It's a bold statement, sure, but I mean, it's also kind of tough to argue with. Now, for a closer look at some of the amazing talent that Linkser brought to the table, let's head back to NazCab.
Lynx are of the Houston Outlaws. They're projectile DPS, playing mostly Widow and McCree. 137 kills on Widowmaker and only 124 on McCree. But when you actually watch this play, all those kills are super impactful. Not to mention he's actually pretty good at Tracer and Genji, able to flex to those when his team needs it. And that is why Lynxer takes our 7th spot in the top 10 DPS players of Stage 1.
And number 6. For number 6, it gives me great joy. The middle of the table of our top 10 players for Stage 1 of the Overwatch League. Folks, we're going to go a little bit northeast, United States. Yeah. Home of the Big Apple, Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building. Because we're going to my favorite team, New York Excelsior! Pause 1 second. NASCAP, over the hat. The Excelsior! We're going to be focusing on the best flex DPS in the league, and I say that objectively. All right, it was a group vote, and we all agreed on this, okay? I'm not being biased. The presentation may be biased, but it's fine, all right? Because we're going to be looking at Libero. Yes, indeed. As mentioned, he's quite possibly the best flex DPS. I mean, oh goodness, you can't have a week in the league without reflecting on a performance from Libero. I mean, he was only a part of the team in Stage 1 that had the best record. They may not have won the playoffs. Doesn't matter, they had the best record, okay? They're great. New York Excelsior is amazing, and Libero is a solid player that often helped them be led to victory. But let's take a closer look, shall we? NASCAB, take it away.
Libero, the New York Excelsior, is probably the best flex DPS in the league. Able to play projectile DPS, hit scan, whatever his team needs, really. When his team wants to run an extra tank, he can play Roadhog or Zarya. This is what allows, say, BLB to pretty much only play Tracer and Widowmaker when they need it. If I had to say what his best character is, probably the Junkrat. Racking up almost 200 kills, he's sitting right at 180, while only having 106 deaths. All those factors lead him to be our 6th top 10 DPS of Stage 1.
And coming in at number 5, someone that is no stranger to our top player lists that we've done throughout Stage 1, because we're looking at Jake, the man from the Houston Outlaws. Yes, we're back down south. I mean, Jake, he's appeared as our top player, MVP more specifically, on some of our lists, and I mean, for good reason. Coming in at number 5 here, the man is king when it comes to Junkrat. I mean, you ought to change the name of the character to Jake Rat at this rate. It's just ridiculous. This man is just wonderful when it comes to playing that role. But you know what? Here's what I'll say. Let's go to NASCAB. Boom.
Jake at the Houston Outlaws is definitely the best Junkrat in the league. There's not really even a competition. It's not even close. He ends Stage 1 with a KD of 132, racking up 312 kills on Junkrat alone. We saw Junkrat become more and more meta as the stage went past, and if it keeps going this way, he'll be just as dominant in Stage 2. And that's why Jake takes our 5th DPS spot of Stage 1.
Coming in at number 4, yes, we're getting so close to the top. We're going to focus on a gentleman from my favorite team once again. NASCAP, get the hat, throw it, get the hat. He's lost. Throw the hat. There we go. The New York Excelsior, folks. They should just sponsor me at this point. If they sponsored me, I wouldn't take the hat off. All right, I'm just saying. Anywho. All right, self-proclaimed superfan, New York Excelsior, hashtag no bias. Let's talk about ShadowBurn. Yes, indeed. Now, we're talking best positions all throughout this list, and where ShadowBurn truly excels is with the Tracer. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Sabiolbe is the best Tracer in the Overwatch League, at least from what we've seen out of the performances in Stage 1. Obviously, there's a large and bright future ahead going into Stage 2, but this is where we stand. No one comes close when it comes to Tracer. And beyond that, I mean, he's featured on this list in this position for more than just that. I mean, he may be the God King of 1v1. I mean, just usually second to no one when it comes to those spiffs. But let's look at some stats, shall we? Put a big smile on your face as we look at some of the amazing Sabiolbe stats by going over to my good buddy and hat thrower extraordinaire, Nazcab.
Sabiolbe of the New York Excelsior is New York's Tracer specialist, and one of the best Tracers in the league, racking up 222 kills on Tracer alone. And also having an overall KD of 119. Also just watching his gameplay, his ability to pick off the enemy supports, and winning a lot of 1v1s as well, makes him our 4th DPS of Stage 1.
And coming in at number 3, top 3, here we go. We're going across the pond, the Pacific pond, because we're going to the Cell Dynasty. Yes, indeed. Man, what a team. Went so hard, went so strong, and then suffered some key losses towards the end in Stage 1. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. We're focusing on players, individuals, individual performances. And when you're talking about the Soul Dynasty, and you're talking about an individual that truly shined, look no further than Fleta. Yes, indeed. I mentioned before that Linkser may be the best Widow in the league. Well, he has some competition because beyond the best, there is the oft-coveted God tier. And I gotta put Fleta there. He is a step above, and that's why he's so high on this list. He often, in a team of standout players, he stands above them a lot of the time. It's ridiculous. Ridic, as the kids say. All right? This man sets the bar of where performances should be. I mean, any team in the league would and should want his talent on their side. But for a closer look, yes indeed, pull out your magnifying glasses because we're sending it back to my good buddy Nazcab.
Fleta of the Dynasty, while being mostly known as a Widowmaker main, played 10 unique heroes, not counting Doomfist where he just kind of died for the point or whatever, but still 10 heroes over the course of Stage 1. Not really someone you would think of a flex DPS. But let's talk about that Widowmaker. One of the best Widowmakers in the league, if not the best. Having 104 KD on that character alone. And then moving away from hit scan as a projectile DPS on Pharah, somehow able to transfer those Widowmaker skills to land direct hits. Getting about 107 kills, while also not really playing the hero on too many maps, is extremely impressive. And that's why we had to give Fleta the 3rd spot in our top 10 DPS of Stage 1.
And coming in at number 2, folks, we're going to cross the other pond, the Atlantic pond, because we're going over to focus on Prophet. Prophet is from the London Spitfire, so you know what that means. Prophet is very good in his role. Now, I think it goes beyond good, because of the players in the league, he has the greatest kill-death ratio of everyone. Yes, in fact, whether it be Tracer, whether it be Genji, this individual is never off of his game. In fact, I would say, with his position on the list, he's only second to 1. See, that's a play on words, or I guess not really, because 1 is, doesn't matter. Right, for a closer look at Prophet, we're going to send it back to my old chap, Nazcab.
If you can beat London Spitfire's Prophet, you could probably claim that you're the best Tracer in the world. This guy's just a beast in the 1v1 as well. Being able to beat him in a Tracer vs Tracer battle is extremely difficult, even at the pro level. He comes in at a 85 KD on Tracer, And this isn't even to mention his performances on Junkrat or Genji, where he bumps his overall KD to 219. And with his outstanding performances, that's why he is number 2 of our top 10 DPS of Stage 1.
And here we are. We've made it. We're at number 1. But because we like to make you wait, before we get to number 1, look, it's an entire league of amazing performances and amazing players. So with that being said, we have a couple honorable mentions. First off, we have Soon from the LA Valiant, who hopefully be on some future lists soon. Am I right? He's a super crafty and sneaky player. When people play against him, it's almost like they're playing a huge game of Where's Waldo. It's like they're hunting the alien, the predator, or both at the same time. Man, honorable mention. Also, we want to mention someone from my favorite team, the New York Excelsior, etc. Our good buddy Pine. How is Pine not on this list? This is ridiculous, all right? He's like the best DPS. This is ridiculous, okay? Look, he's a 1v6 McCrean, widow using, king of the hill, and you're gosh darn right, okay? Wow, bad. That was not the right reference. Yeah, but Pine, look, it's a crime he's not on this list, okay? I'm not biased, I'm just telling the truth, all right? Jeez. Also, while I'm at it, why isn't Jonak on this list? All right, yeah, I know he's not a DPS, but, you know, he's just amazing anyways. He should also be on this list. Jonak, frickin' Pine, let's get them both here, okay? I need some representation, okay? Look, okay. Another honorable mention for the Boston Uprising's striker. I mean, we did votes around the office to see who would be on this top 10 list, and he was inches away from being on it. I guess that's what an honorable mention means anyways, but you know what? I felt like mentioning it. Super dependable. A huge honorable mention to our good buddy, Striker. And a final honorable mention to the lifeblood of the San Francisco Shock, Baby Bay. Huge, awesome player. Why wouldn't he be mentioned? I mean, he carries the entire team. He's a standout player. It's a shame they couldn't have gone further, but you know what? Baby Bay is an individual. Awesome guy. And finally, here we are. This is for real. We've made it. This is important. This is the MVP, the number 1 slot on our top 10 list of top DPS players in Stage 1 of the Overwatch League. And folks, it's my pleasure to announce, and no, it's not from New York Excelsior, although, you know, I wish it was. We are going back across the pond to the London Spitfire. You know what that means. NASCAP, throw the hat. Almost. We got it this time. First try! First try! The number 1 player in the Overwatch League Stage 1, ESHQ has decided, is Birdring. Yes, indeed! The man of London Spitfire is quite the clutch player. Yes, indeed. In fact, player of the game, player of the league thus far. The Kingslayer! The carry on a team of carries. In fact, I'm starting to wonder if there was bias because Green Havoc owns a Birdring jersey. You know what? It's fine. We all voted objectively because if it were up to bias, the entire list would be New York Excelsior from me. So, folks, Birdring stands above the rest, and we will explain to you why. As an individual, statistically and performance-wise, we will send it to my good buddy and partner in esports analysis, NazCab, to feature our number 1 person, top player of Stage 1. This is Birdring.
Birdring of the London Spitfire showed us the Stage 1 that he probably has the best name in the league, racking up almost as many kills as the Tracer main on his own team, while also having stunning performances on Widowmaker and McCree, showing that his projectile skill is above the rest. Constantly dropping 100 kill games. And that is why Birdring is the obvious choice for the top player of Stage 1.
And there you have it. One stage down, plenty to go. That is our top 10 players, DPS players more specifically, for Stage 1 of the Overwatch League. Oh, hey, it's Derek. Yes, it is. I was joined by NASCAB. If you enjoyed our content here today, well then, folks, it's so easy to subscribe. You literally just click a button. And you know what else you do? You ring a bell, so that way anytime we throw videos on the old YouTubes, then you're like, oh, hey, there's another one. Cool, right? Cool. You get to see these faces again. All right. Show me your love. Indeed. And of course, we will have top player countdowns all throughout Stage 2 as well, focusing on the top performances, whether it be DPS, support, tanks, things like that. So come check us out on a weekly basis after each week, going forward in Stage 2 of the Overwatch League and beyond. All right? Feel our opinions. Let us know what you think about them by leaving a comment in the comments. That's why it's called that. Yes. So follow us wherever you can, Twitter, Facebook, all that jazz. All right? But we're going to call it for now. Oh, hey, it's Derek. Yes, it is. Over here with NASCAB as well. This is ESHQ's Top Players of the Week. And we'll see you next time.